House Republicans are attempting to ban Democrats from mentioning their gun reform sit-in that they did recently. So Huffington Post explains here, House Republicans are trying to block their Democratic colleagues from mentioning the gun violence sit-in on social media, arguing that the words, quote, sit-in, or photos with signs calling for an end to gun violence, violate rules on official business. So the backstory to this is interesting. There's a Democratic representative who, I guess, posted some of these things on social media, pictures of the sit-in and them holding signs and stuff. And she was told, hey, you can't do that. You can't use the word sit-in. You can't say join our national movement. You can't say we need your energy and passion. You can't say National Day of Action. And you certainly can't do it in an ad, for example, because, quote, rules prohibit members from using official resources to promote rallies or do grassroots organizing. So, I mean, think about that. You want to talk about a perversion of what that was originally intended for. They're trying to censor, they're trying to ban any and all discussion in official business of the Democratic sit-in. Why? Because it makes them look bad. Here's the first sign you know you're winning. This shows that on messaging, you can absolutely positively crush them. Now, I was mad. The Democrats stopped their sit-in after, 20 hours or something like that. I was mad. First of all, there's 1,000 of you, so why not go in cycles and just stay in there? And then when the Republicans decide we're just going to leave on break, you know how good that makes you look? When you're like, no, we want to fucking fix the problem of gun violence in the country, and these idiots are taking a break. I mean, they're in fucking Key West, they're in Bermuda, and here we are working, trying to save American lives. Look at how callous and unreasonable they are. They don't even want to have a vote on the issues. Okay, if you do that, and you frame it like that, and you hit the media, and you make this argument, you will destroy them. You want to know how I know you destroy them? Look at what they're doing here. They're saying, let's try to shut down them even mentioning it. Because if they mention it, everybody in the country is like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Now, by the way, I think it's fair to disagree with the certain provisions that they were pushing for. Like, for example, the Democrats wanted to stop people on the no-fly list, the terrorist watch list, from getting guns. And as recently came to light, this is a list that's a secret list. There's no due process. So many liberals were like, that's stupid. That's a ridiculous plan. But the other thing they were proposing was universal background checks. I don't see a logical argument against that. In fact, a majority of Democrats, majority of independents, majority of Republicans, and a majority of NRA members agree with universal background checks. So when you do a sit-in and you say, we're just trying to get universal background checks here, and the other guys are like, not even going to let you mention it. Don't mention it. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, they're doing that because they can't beat you in the realm of ideas. They can't beat you when it comes to policy substance. So shut down debate. Shut down debate. Shut down discussion. Don't talk about the sit-in. Don't talk about your policy position, because when you do, it's so clear that the Republican Party is representing not even the majority of NRA members. They're representing the leadership of the NRA, who are in bed with the gun manufacturers, who pay the politicians to not pass any new gun regulations that would cut into their bottom line and their profits a single penny. So that's the problem here. Now, you can hammer away and you can win, and if you don't give up on this issue, you can coast to a victory in the next election. On this issue alone, man, you got over 90% of the American people with you. To not hammer the Republicans on this would be beyond stupid. Could you imagine the roles reversed? The Republicans have 90% of the American people with them on an issue. First of all, that's never happened. The Republican ideas are just not that popular. So 90%, if the Republicans had 90% with them, you would never hear the end of it. They would do like dances on the floor and just gloating about how much they're beloved and the Democrats are terrible and sucky and fascistic for trying to override the will of the American people and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's such an obvious win for you politically and on substance. If you get universal background checks, by the way, you don't keep guns out of the hands of all bad people. Obviously, some are going to slip through the cracks. But it's a statistics game. Like when people say to me, well, yeah, that's not going to stop all mass shootings. Yeah, no shit. But you know what it's going to do? It's going to tick down the statistics. If you make it harder for bad people to get guns, many of them won't end up getting it. Not all of them, but some of them won't end up getting it simply by having a good universal background check system. So it's a statistics game. You are on the side, Democrats, of saving lives. Republicans are against it. Make that argument. Make that case. And the more they play dirty, the more you call out how they play dirty, and the better you'll do in the next election. This is how politics is played.